Hello YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. Alright, here's a little concoction I came up with. Some fajita style, you guessed it, pasta salad because the water is involved. Now this is something really quick and easy. Now this is not much of a request, but sort of like a semi-request. I guess it is a request. Jugghead82, he was asking me, let's do a cooking video. I've done one in the past with, chicken parmesan, but I thought I wanted to do another one as well. So alright, the water's pretty much coming up to a boil. Wait, the bubbles will come up and oxidize a little bit more up in the atmosphere, if that is that of the pot. So as this ecosystem of H2O and some non-stick Teflon style pottery is boiling. I sound too much like Alton Brown there, I gotta stop that. But nonetheless, what you're gonna need to bring to this party ahead of time, because you gotta make reservations and all that, is some large pitted olives. If you don't like olives, you don't have to add those, but don't add it to the water or anything. This is just stuff you need for the side. Some whole kernel corn, some parsley flakes, brown mustard, some minced onion, and finally the main essential ingredient you're probably going to need for this is some fajita seasoning mix. Now you don't have to necessarily add this if you don't want to, just bring some essential ingredients that you want to alternate with. So if you have like a leftover fajita or something like that from like Taco Bell or some other some chain casual restaurant, you can add that to this recipe and have it cold and just mix it all together. It'll make a harmony of flavor in your mouth. But in this case, in this instance, I haven't gone to a casual restaurant in probably months, so yeah, this will probably be the best substitute you can use. Now you're going to be pretty much using this with this. So those are going to be hand in hand. Again, if you can find some fajita kits at the supermarket, definitely use those too. So, alright, I pre-salted this water with some sea salt. It does not preferably matter how much sea salt you use. Just use enough, about, if you're going to use a hand, I'd say about enough to fill the cup of this hand here. So just toss it all in there. We'll pretend like that I just salted it just now, and yeah. That's boiling. Now we're using some Parsley, or some little bow tie pasta here. Now we're going to be adding all this to this pot. Alright. I'm going to give that a quick stir. And we'll pretty much let that cook. And once that cooks to about 7 to 8 minutes, test it with your, take a bite, take one out of the pot and taste it and then see if it's cooked or not. So we're going to let this cook. I'm going to drain it, let it chill, and we'll put this aside and I'm going to show you briefly how to make the kernel corn. Alright, so I was tasting the pasta, it's almost done. So let's drag off some of these ingredients here. Now I added a little bit of something extra to the party here, and it's going to be some feta cheese with what's left of it. So this is going to be donated to a good cause here. I'm going to add all that, what's left inside here, which you guys are probably going to have like a brand new one or something laying around. So I'm going to grab this spoon here and just get out what is left of this. Now you don't have to use this. This is just for like preference and taste. And this cheese is such a delicious flavor, so always awesome with pasta salad. Alright, the next ingredient we're obviously going to add is the large pitted olives. You can get them in whole, you can crumble them up. I usually crumble up, but in this experiment I'm just going to throw them all in there and say to hell with it, because they're going to break up as I mix them anyway. The next item I'm going to be adding here is a jar of mayo. Not the whole jar, but I'm going to add some mayo. Now you're probably asking why. This is just to obviously compound. Alright, I'm back. What I added was a couple of, spoonfuls of this mayo here. I added the fajita mix, as well as, the olives obviously in there. I'm going to add a little bit of parsley, just a little shake. There. Now we got the pasta sort of cooling in the... We're adding the mustard, by the way. We're adding the pasta in the sink there for a moment. Just let it air cool. Then I'm going to splash it with some cold water. We're also going to be adding some minced onion to the mix shortly, but not right at this second. It's going to be added to the mixture in the pan. Alright, now we're at the stove here, and let's take a look at this corn. Now it's cooking, and you're going to see a lot of the liquids dissolve from the corn. That's fine. What we want here to be achieved is this corn's cooked. Now some people go for that, you know, that stone kettle style with the burnt remnants, but in this case, you know, just cook it briefly, it doesn't matter. I'm going to add some of these minced onion. And let that cook. So now we got the corn inside the pasta salad. It's a little bit hot, which is fine. Now I'm going to transfer it into this stainless steel container. We're going to let it chill. So, alright, I'm going to grab this concoction and transfer it over. Now you're asking why? Well, I use the utensil for now, so that way I can... There. So, alright, we got all that mixed in. We're going to mix with a preferable utensil. So, alright. Very simple to make, as you've seen. Fresh crunch and color, if there's any inside this bowl. And some people just said, oh, you just degraded your meal. Oh, not necessarily. A little bit of some dry humor goes a long way. But, alright. What that all nuzzle in. You got the feta cheese, you got the kernel corn, you got the black olive. Now, how does it taste? Well, let's find out. Alright, so let's taste out this tasty vessel. Grab ourselves a spoonful. Oh man! Gonna grab some more of this. I can feel my neck beard thickening as I'm eating this. Again, very easy to make. Takes roughly under 24 minutes to prepare and serve. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. As for myself, I'm gonna have some more. So, you guys got some cameras? Got the ingredients? Do a video response and make this. I want to see you guys make it.